Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. John Megacycle here. An episode of Utopia coming at you. It's been a long, long time since we played. Did my game just freeze? What the hell? Uh, uh, hello? Okay, that was weird. Off to a super good start already, am I right? I like to capture all the blunders and mishaps even when I'm recording. I don't want it to all be just good stuff. Sometimes I like to have a little fun with the mishaps too. Makes for a more organic viewing experience, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I received a challenge from one of my YouTube viewers, and it was the 10K challenge. The 10K challenge is for peoples. We've already gone through some kind of crazy scenarios for us to play on. We've done like a solar only challenge. We've done, maybe that's the only one. We've been, oh, I think I did a tanks only. Like, we've done some wackiness with some of this game. And we've gone all the way to Gamma Lucra. And there's a couple of missions in here that I have not beat. So we're going to go back to Merak 6. Merak 6 is one of the colonies that I haven't beaten yet. Or at least haven't shown you that I've beaten. So let's just take a pause right here and explain the 10K challenge. As the game progresses, you have a certain amount of people. People are used to be farmers, builders, chemists, machinists, researchers, medics, the whole, like everything. You need people power to build stuff. You need people power to do everything. When you get more and more people, the problem is management. So for more people you need a bigger police force, and that's handled through security. When you have more people, you need more living quarters. That's handled through living quarters, like housing and stuff. More people means more food. And that also means more life support, more oxygen. You also need more jobs. You need more defenses. You need more medics. You need a ton of other stuff. So we're fighting against really two opponents here. We're not only fighting against the aliens, we're also fighting against the population cap that we have to work on and maintain. So we're going to throw down our traditional 2 hospitals immediately. I didn't notice how many hydroponics we have. On some of these scenarios, the game will only give you 1 hydroponic, so you're already short food the very first, well, the first month that lapses, so the second month. Living quarters, wreckage, maybe food isn't called out in the radar. It isn't. Okay. I'm going to assume that I have only 1. I'm just going to throw down another one just in case. That's going to probably max out all my builders. Let's take a look at what we got. 1 hydro, 1 store. Yeah, this is a very meager start. This is a very, very meager start. I'm not going to screw with Air Force, so I'm just going to get that out of here. I don't know if the landing pads require any amount of upkeep, but I'm not going to deal with it. Let's go ahead and take a gander at what we've got for trade. Yep, and as always, when the game starts, everything is nil to 0. So all the randomness begins right in February. So in January, we're just going to be sitting on our butts for about 10 days. And let me just double show you the whole builder aspect. So with all the people that I've placed out, we've already got pretty much maximum builders set up already. There's not really a ton of other stuff I should be building, because some of those builders, some of those idle people are going to go to farming. So this song comes right from the introduction. You hear it right when the game loads. I'm hoping it's not too loud. I might lower it a little bit when we do the rendering and such. But that's okay. So right out the gate, what do we got? Cool. So enough farmers went to go farming. Now let's just go double check the personnel so you see what I mean. Yep, we've got 9 farmers. Okay? So we've already got some stuff going on. I need housing. I need a bunch of stuff to really get going. Let's see what we've got for the market. Come on. This game is absolutely notorious for swallowing inputs. Just as a bit of an example, what swallowing an input is if the user, me, puts in a command or, in this case, a build order or something. When I tell it to do something, there is a chance that the game will just swallow it and say, hey, I'm busy doing something else. Can you just chill out for a minute? And what it'll do is it'll just disregard my order. Get a second third, I guess, hydroponic built. I want to get workshops. I want to get housing. There's a bunch of stuff we got to get set up to have anything that would resemble a respectable economy. Science laboratories would be great. They're hella expensive, though. So I'm not super rushing into that. Once we get our... I was just going to call them baby factories. Once we get our hospitals online, baby factories. Well, if everything is a factory, right? What is a hospital? It's a baby factory. It makes sense. It's disgusting, but it makes sense. Once we get the birth rate set to high, we'll be able to generate more tax revenue just from the people existing. With the people existing, that opens up possibilities for more jobs, more industry, stuff like that. So, first and foremost thing is to get our hospitals up and running. Should have been finished in February if I didn't... if I didn't take the 5 days to talk about it. We would have had them built in February, but that's fine. See how the pitch just changed in the music? That's another interesting thing that happens. It's similar to swallowing the inputs. It just gets weird. Cool, we've got some food, we've got some stuff that we can sell. I will buy gems for 6. I'm not selling my weapons or tech for those low prices. You've got to be insane. Go. 1, 2, 3. That should be enough of that. I kind of want to get industry started pretty much right away. You know, I want to keep plenty of available people on point. I don't want to swallow them all up with builders. Oh, you need available people to make sure that they can start working on the farms and such. I'm going to take a second here. I'm going to find who commented that. Ernest Werble. Ernest Werble's the one who recommended, hey, why don't you try that 10,000 challenge? So I want to make sure I got that call out. I couldn't remember. I remembered the name, and then I sat down and started recording, and I'm like, oh shoot, who was that? So yeah, thanks a lot to that user, that sub-user. It sounds so weird. That person who made the recommendation. Totally appreciate it. I'm good to see people still excited about playing old classic games like this one. This one definitely has a place in my heart for sure. Absolutely for realsies. Okay, we're into April. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up the tax rate a little bit more. I'm also going to put about 3,000 into spying grant. What that'll do for me, hopefully right away, is that'll tell me what direction the aliens are at, where they're coming from, and then I can defend in that direction. So we've got housing. I want to get 2 workshops building, and then I'm probably going to need a power plant. Yep, okay. That housing will be done in April easily. I'll slap down another workshop, and then maybe a power plant. Maybe I'll have enough room. I'm not sure. Still to point. Want to keep an easy growth here. Build very evenly. That's the plan here. I could probably throw down a laboratory or 2. The reason why you want to build evenly and not like, well, it's the year 2092. I guess I should start in my industry and stuff. Hang on, I'm gonna hit this. The northeast, okay. I don't care about anything else, I just wanted the direction. Is there any grant money left? Of course there isn't. You need $3,000 to tell me what direction they came from. Building evenly is super, super important. So as I was trying to say, like, if you're 3 or 4 years in, it's like, oh, I'm gonna start my industry, and you dump like 50 workshops, people still have to be trained. So it's much more beneficial if you do a slow ramp up, rather than just dump everything at once and be like, all right, now I've got, that's handled, you know. So building up a little more slowly, a little more cautiously is more important. So I'm going to get 2 laboratories after this so we can start working on research. The workshops will produce a product known as tech. It's just called tech. Tech goods, tech supplies, tech products, whatever. I'm going to put this to the full 20. I want to max out my economy early on. Selling tech for 12 isn't bad. I'm not going to sell that though. I'm probably going to need... I'll buy gems at 12, why not? I am probably going to need another storage. So once those workshops are done, we'll do 2 labs. 1, and come on. Give me the other one. Yep, and now we're going to be out of power. I waited too long to go for a power plant. May is a notorious month for eclipses, for sure. I don't know why. I don't know what in the game logic, but there's been games where every single May has been a blackout month for me. Can I build this? Okay. I kind of figured we needed a workshop or 2 to finish first. Workshops only take 28 days, and if you try to min-max, that means if you're quick enough, you can place them within the same... build them and finish them in the same month. That's what makes them pretty solid. I'm gonna go ahead and build another laboratory. Yep, there we go. Perfect, that's what I wanted. How many free builders do I have? Not many, we'll just wait. Cool, we got some solid growth. Before, with our birth rate as it was, we were only growing 7 people. Wow, I'm really bad at this. Only 7 new people were being born, and 2 were dying. Now it's a 15 and 3, so our rate of growth is much better now. I'm very happy about that. We're also going to get 1 security, and then we'll see where we're at with our infrastructure. Maybe I start building a turret or 2. It's been forever since I played on this map, so I'm not even sure how the AI is going to operate. Okay, solar eclipse has occurred. We don't have any power. The command center shuts down. And because the command center shuts down, I can't do any trade. I can't change anything. So that becomes mildly problematic. The power station is going to take another month to complete, I believe. I'll build 2 stores and then, yeah, maybe sprinkle some turrets around. I'm not sure. What I could do is I could check around and see if we've gotten any ores or fuel or anything exposed. Oh, I'm out of power, right? What do I think radars run on? Cheese and good dreams? Come on. I'm out of power. Let's check a structure that habitually needs power to function. Derf. I'm not going to jump too hard into ores and fuel. The prices are really low right now, and the demand is really low right now. So I'm not super fiending for it. Making sure we've got enough food and tech goods and stuff like that that I can produce, regardless of where it's built, is more important to me. That's kind of where we are with that. Cool, a lab, some security. We're back online because the eclipse is over. Awesome. That's a good amount of food we just shoveled out of here. That's 3,000 buckos in the bank. Love it. I'll keep buying gems. Gems are one of those commodities that can get into the 70, 80, 90, 100 cost, right around there. So buying a little bit here in the early game is also super important because the price grows. What should happen is the prices should adjust immediately in February to what the market is. But what happens is the game kind of adjusts to what my market is. It's weird. So everything starts off at really low prices and everything. So just because we got our solars online doesn't mean we're completely out of the dark. I build another one? Dang. There, hear that? That's again when I was saying before about the game swallowing inputs, as you can just see. Now it's just that higher pitch ding, 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 ding. I mean, you get the idea. Cool. We're looking pretty good so far. I've got a good mix. We've got some research happening. We've got some tech production happening. We've got some people growing. I said it again. We have some people growing. Every September you plant the people seed, and once the people seed comes to growth back in June or July of the next year, it's a good people crop. I sound so stupid and heartless. Sir, we don't have enough colonists to build things. We'll grow more people, damn it. There we go. Power plant online. That's gonna look pretty good for us. Hopefully we'll have enough power so I can see what the heck is going on. It's my favorite sound ever, is the power coming back online. Did you not give me a radar? I didn't even realize that. Earth offers you crap tons men. Yes, I'll take it. Especially early in the game like this, that level of growth is very helpful. I'll need more housing, I'm sure. That many people just ate up a house or 2. So let's get 2 more living quarters set up. And I'll build it right next to the power plants. Let's get a 3rd. And then 2 radars, and then that kind of taps me for cash. There. And here. Yeah, they didn't even give me a radar. This start is a little rough, to be honest. Usually the game gives you like 2 hydroponics, a store, 3 or 4 housing. I guess more of the essentials. That landing pad is normal, but I got nothing to do with it. I'm not gonna bother with an Air Force this early in the game. Okay. Quality of life is looking really good. We're maintaining well with building that security this early on. Again, same terms like I was saying before. Don't build a ton of the same stuff. Sprinkle it around, spread it around. Because if you drop like 50 security buildings or something, or even 20, and the people are like, crime is at an all-time crime high, can you please build some security? Well, if you put down all the security buildings, people still have to be trained. It takes a while for that all to really settle in. I'll buy one more round of gems and that's it. So the thing is, if you just build 1 or 2 structures here or there, as the need arises, it's a much cleaner growth rate. Alright, so that radar's built. This one should be built any moment now. Very good. Let's check the map. I don't think the map has to refresh, does it? No, okay. I'm not seeing any ore deposits, no fuel deposits within the vicinity. Now, I always thought that radar would scan it for you. I thought that's how that worked. I just don't know. I never really tried too hard to test that. Okay, we're doing pretty good on a lot of things right now. I'm not too sure what to expand on, so let's just wait 1 month until the construction's complete. Then I'll have a better idea. We'll have more housing. I think I handled the food market pretty well until we have like 300 peoples. Should have like 2 something by now. 230. Okay, so I'll need more food. Now here's the delicate thing. I don't want to build a ton of hydroponics. If I built like a crap ton of hydroponics, what would happen is I'd run out of storage space. And the problem is if you run out of storage space, you can't store all the stuff you care about. Now you've just loaded yourself up with food. But for example, if it says, hey, you're out of storage space, I either need to build more storage space, or I gotta get rid of the food, because if tech goods are coming in, or weapons, or anything I'm mining that's good stuff, that's not food, it'll just get thrown away. Okay, I'm making about 7,000 a month. That's pretty good. Looking good here. None of my facilities are full. Yes, sell the food. Excellent stuff. I won't buy ore for 3. I'm done buying gems. I'll sell tech for 13. Why not? Keep the warehouses kind of empty-ish. Okay, did that radar get built? See, just swallowed 3 of my inputs. This game is good, but you can't go too fast with it. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention is this game worked very well with the mouse that you got for the Super Nintendo for Mario Paint. It actually worked out really, really well. And no deposits, no nothing. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna let October spin down. Then I'm gonna check and see how my housing and food and power and all that is, and that'll give us a clear indication of what we need to build next. If this planet is very meteor heavy, which doesn't seem to be right now, but if meteors happen, 1 meteor right here and I'm a dead man. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to diversify the location of our stuff. So I believe it said the enemies are coming from the northeast. I might chuck a flux pod here, build some air, and build out some turrets. This game does a pretty decent job of making it clear what you need. If you build more housing and you get more people, you need more food. You have more food, you need more air. You're building out all that stuff, you need more power. You're building out a bunch of stuff, you're going to want to defend it, you're going to need more turrets. I mean, once you get the rhythm in your head, it's very, very straightforward as to what you should be doing next. So, we're going to sell down all the stuff. If this was a price of 1, I would snatch that in a heartbeat, but I'm just going to wait. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're having supply and demand-ish. We're doing pretty good on everything, pretty much. Let's take a gander here. These are really the 2 advisors that I ever talked to, the senior psychologist and you're the colony administrator. Everyone else is kind of weird. This is the civil engineer. He'll show you all the structures you have, and he'll usually make a recommendation about you don't have enough stadiums, that kind of stuff. The psychologist will tell you, pick your nose. The psychologist will let you know whether or not you have enough security or housing, stuff like that. The head of research always complains. Always. We need more laboratory space for more scientists. You don't have enough funds. I don't have the money for that. This is the economics advisor, or the financial consultant. This advisor will let you know whether or not you have enough workshops, if you're making enough money via trade, stuff like that. This is the military advisor. Oh, I'm sorry. Supreme Commander. He will always... Oh, wow. First time he hasn't complained. In the mid to late game, he'll always complain that you don't have enough tanks. And then he'll always complain some more that you don't have enough tank yards. And then when you send all your tanks to the enemy, he'll be like, oh crap, where'd all the tanks go? You need more tanks. It's like, I really don't. Alright, let's start seizing up some land. And let's start building out, like I said. I want to get another air support, life support over here. I want to get another security, 2 more workshops, a power plant, and then we'll start building this out defensively. The enemy's coming from the northeast. That. And a workshop would be cool. Where are you? There you are. Cool. Now we're getting to the point where I can actually start building larger projects without it being a bother. Once November comes and goes, I'll slap down another workshop. We're pretty good on hospitals and laboratories and stuff like that, so I'm not too itchy for that. It's the security that I want to keep building out. If you build your security too late, the quality of life will eventually drop to 10%. If it stays at 10% for too many months, what will occur is you can be assassinated. It's not a good picture. You lose the game when you're assassinated, obviously. Okay. I want to keep the quality of life above 30% as much as possible. That's the plan. Oh, see, price of 1. This would have been a great purchase market, but it's not. 21 isn't a bad price for weapons. I'm just going to offload those. And as I was saying before, you see the price of gems are still rising right here in cost. Yep, that's exactly as I described before. Okay. We've got that. Let's get a turret up here, and let's start building out some turrets. We're not going to go super dense on turrets just yet. I'm going to sprinkle them around a little bit, make sure we have an answer to the enemy's advance. So if they're sending some Tech 1 garbage at me, I want to make sure I've got something. Yeah, this game is pretty darn chill for the first, I don't know, 3 years of the game. We started the game at 2090, January 1st. Year of someone's lord. So, yeah. The game's pretty chill the first year. If you do a little bit of micromanaging correctly, purchasing, selling, the market, taxes, and stuff like that, you take care of a couple foundational things, you'll do alright. It's not a big deal. Build out just a little bit. Actually, maybe come in a little closer. I'm not trying to capture huge swaths of land right now. My economy can't handle it, and my power infrastructure can't handle it. So it wouldn't be worthwhile if I snatched up whole bunches of land if I couldn't defend all of it. I will buy food at 1. I'm always going to sell it back for more. That's no problem. I am not going to sell tech for 1. You're absolutely off your rocker. Good deal. Okay, another turret or 2, and this is an area of land that can kind of stand on its own. If it gets nuked, I still have my main colony as back. If the main colony gets back, or nuked, this is a nice area to expand. I'm not going to run out of air, but it gives me a little more insurance. In case the worst happens, I've got something. Cool, more power. Turrets are very, very power hungry. If I had fuel and ore, I'd be messing more with aircraft, but I don't really ever mess with aircraft until we get to the fusion cruiser. Fusion Cruiser is great. It's a high-powered, it's advanced aircraft, and it doesn't require any fuel. Works out real nice. Okay, 33. That quality of life is still staying above 30. You can tell when stuff is full is when it pretty much has a 0 at the end. So quick mental math here, I built 2 labs. Apparently they can each hold 10 people. This is still growing and security is still growing, so we still have plenty of growth. See, I bought the food at 1, I'm selling it for 2. I literally doubled my money. Not too bad. I'm not selling tech for 1, you're crazy. Another turret over here, and then I'll add some more food production or housing. Actually, I should check on that stuff before we get any further. Yeah, glitched it out again. I'm not building more solar panels. I could use more housing. Housing and food? We're pretty alright on food. Let's go ahead and build 3 more houses. 1 more hydroponic. And then continue with the turret project. I usually like all the music in this game. This one gets a little bit on my nerves after a while, to be honest. Canon in D, or whatever that one is. That's a really good one. A lot of these other ones are kind of just custom for the game, so I can't really reference it and be like, oh yeah, that's Slipknot right there. Like, it's not like that. Cool. And I have enough money for another turret. Quality of life is staying at 33%. Good stuff. Something like that. I'm not trying to tight-knit everything. Again, okay, lab and security looks full. I can't pack so many turrets into an area because, again, my power can't support it. I'll sell tech for 5. 5 is a fair price. I'm going to build another 2 security, I think. Another 2 security and a lab will do me some good. I have how many security now? Just 1? Okay, so 20 security personnel can work in... Oh, no, I have 2. Right. So 10 security personnel can work in... 10 and 1. There we go. My brain froze completely there. I didn't know what I was saying. So if I build out 1 or 2 more, that's going to sit us pretty darn good for a while. Again, spreading out the build, making sure that you've got a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that is very much better than slam it all down. When I used to play this game, like for the first time or whatever, I would just slam down a bunch of buildings. Slam down, like I said, like 10 security, and be like, there, that takes care of security for a very long time. And then I would wait a month, I'd still have security problems, and I could never figure out why, when I was younger, why that was always a problem. It's because, well, you can't staff this many people and train them properly in such little time that you've given them. Alright, so it's 2 more security, 1 more laboratory. Hopefully we'll be able to get some technology here soon. I'm probably going to need another power plant soonish. Oh, I'm out of workshop space? Really? I will sell tech for 9. So selling gems at 53. So this better explains when the game started, gems were cheap, like 4 or 5 monies a piece. Now they're 53. If I sold it right now, I would have well made my money back. What did I want? Let's do a housing. All right, let's have a chat with our advisors. Doing good on density. Everything should be fine there. I wouldn't mind another hydroponic, more power, and my workshops are full. Laborers, 30. Okay, each hospital can hold 15. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 workshops, so it's not full. Oh, I didn't check how much power I had. Hi. Let's build another power plant. Power plants produce 50 megawatts, and that's, yeah, takes care of it pretty nice. I'm going to take a pause right here. We're halfway into, well, a little more than halfway into the year 2091. Just about half. Pretty happy with how this is going. Happy to take upon the 10K People's Challenge. And yeah, thanks for joining me. My name is John Megacycle, and I hope to catch you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.